Remind me again what fraction this is. Hear the song of Slanesh. Hint noises intensify. Laws of physics. Orcs. That sign won't stop me, because I can't read. Behold, our newest creation. Fwip. Love can bloom too. A start Baghdad. Are you sure this will help us in destroying the Imperium? Destroy the Imperium. Khorne. The blood god. Discovers skulls. Well, these are ducking great. Lord Call, you can't just post the N-word in the general chat. The hell I can't. Hard to swallow pills. Warp travel is mostly efficient and uneventful. Dark angels are not traitors. Tiger happy commissars are the exception. The Inquisition rarely does exterminates, and the Inquisition mandatory part of the Imperium regardless of what the TTS says. The majority of IG regiments use good tactics. Tor are not commies. Nurgle is not caring, it is just eternal apathy and suffering. Admech are technological geniuses and not toaster files. Anything chaos related is horrible beyond comprehension and praise of chaos is never warranted. Looking at miniatures online. Holy shit, I love this mini. These highlights, nice. Smooth color application. Look at the subtle highlights on the red tape things between his legs. That shiny gold. Would love to field an army like that. Looking at my own miniatures. Incomplete or inconsistent edge highlights. Patchy base color. Not even all details painted. No shadows or highlights on gold parts. It's a total mess. I will never be able to paint to a standard that I really like. Let me guess, your Imperium? It was. And it was beautiful. The chapter relics. Love, where's the chapter relics? Under the sink. Wait, I'm not married. Ah, ha. Crump modernity. Find the old ways. When Akon Berserker charged you, but somehow he survived and made that 12-inch charge. We worship a god. Our only hope is creating another god to save us from a god we created. We killed our gods and used their remains as Pokemon. Wow, I stepped on one of dem Huma's Lego bulks. Me, kills my commissar with bayonet because he disrespected the emperor. Everybody in my Imperial Guard regiment. Karen the complainer, champion of chaos divorced. If your girl likes to read, has red hair, and is smart as duck, that's not your girl. That's Magnus the Red, demon primarch of Tzeentch. Any other 40k army, we have you 4-1. Custodes players, yes. When you try to change the HDMI cable, but your grandfather does it for you, you comprehend its secrets? I was there when they first made it. No, when you lose 10 million men, you're supposed to give up. No, haha, troop printer go brrrrrrr. Tor, fight for us. Groot, why should we? Tor, we have food for you. Groot, shut blueberry, that's all you had to say. Emperor, I created the most loyal sons you could ever want, not a single doubt. Malkador, what about that one over there? Emperor, it's the phase? Space Marines. Space Marine players. The fact that we still don't have a Splinter Cell-like game, but in the 40k universe with Officio Assassinorum Assassins is pure travesty of heretical proportions. Change my mind. When you finally understand why the Pathfinders were panicking and screaming, the cathedral is moving. Tor, I bring you love. Space Marines. It's bringing love. Don't let it get away. Break its legs. The age of primaris is over. Time of firstborn has come. Space wolves when a random seeker breathes. Kill the heretic. Space wolves when a rune priest uses the warp to cast a ducking tornado. I like your funny runes non-magic man. Reaction to getting Cupid. Girls, oh my god, we are gonna die. Boys, Father Nurgle has blessed us with his gifts. Love me Emperor. Love me Commissar. Love me Terror. 8 Chaos. 8 Xenos. 8 Traitors. Don't like it. Fuck off. Imperium of Man. Any Xeno race regardless of treat level. Astartes. Our bolters shoot explosive rounds only usable with superhuman strength. Necrons. Our Gauss rifles fire green lightning that stripes the enemy away on a molecular level. Elder. We launch shuriken out of our rifles at incredible speeds. Orcs. My Lord Russ. The Sigillite sends message inquiring on our progress in bringing Magnus the Red to Terra. What an interesting fandom. Let me read the back. Magnus did nothing wrong. Khorne seeing Tusker Demon Keller invade the Isle of Terror and Mirdir Demon Planet after Demon Planet, just for the sake of killing demons. Tusker Demon Keller. Khorne. Well, I just wanna say that I'm a huge fan. When the Commissar inspires his guardsmen to fight harder, so they're more fun for your boys to fight. Wag. Honey, when you're finished watering, I need to talk to you about a receipt I found from Warhammer, 2 weeks later. The Emperor. Will you please listen? I'm not the Messiah. Word bearers. He is the Messiah. When a Xeno player sees their army being butchered in the background of a Space Marine art piece. Me reading traitor Primarch books after making fun of them. Perhaps I treated you too harshly. Xenos are not a unified faction. One race out of 9 being updated doesn't mean the others aren't still hugely neglected. Tor watching the Imperium destroy all those species they could have used for the greater good. Your boyfriend gets drunk and cheats. My boyfriend gets drunk and explains Warhammer 40K lore in vivid detail. Nice casualties per battle you got there. Thanks. Who is the braver hero? The space boys who literally cannot feel fear. Loyal boy guards who feel fear but still fight anyways. Just bought Blood Angels. They get their codex soon. Your maid plays Delt Watch. Your other friend plays Delt Guard. The setting of Warhammer 40K. The fans and memes of Warhammer 40K. Playing against Space Marines after their codex drops. Current objective. Survive. Demons boarding the Imperial vessel thinking the Jellifield failed in the warp. The Orcs who stole the Imperial vessel and turned off the Jellifield. 3 Marines discussing their rapidly evolving combat situation on Istvan 5. We've been tricked, we've been backstabbed, and we've been quite possibly bamboozled. Today I discovered 2 things. A tank silencer is bigger than the tank. There are tank silencers. I said, pull my damn linger. The Emperor of Mankind trying to bond with his sons. Sometimes, it's hard being superior to every single other person on the planet. Archival footage of the start of the Emperor's Human Webway project. When you're a 25-year-old loyal soldier for the Imperium who's been fighting for years and only just realized that WAG is literally just orcs saying war. Me counting how much money I saved on that cheap flight to Italy. Imperial Titans, gigantic walking churches with even bigger weapons of mass destruction. Tyran Bio Titans, basically big bugs. Elder and Tor Titans, some weeb shut. Choose your pill. The blue pill. You don't suffer, but you're not living in reality. The red pill. Reality, but the harsh truth of war and violence. The placebo. You think you know, but you really don't. Just pills. Just a duck ton of pills LMRO. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age. Bulk Templars when they find out the Emperor is a seeker. Hello and welcome to today's mini painting guide. First, get your airbrush out. Your regiment gets reinforced by the Grey Knights. Your regiment gets reinforced by the Grey Knights. Teacher, your assignment was on a war of your choice. Me, yes. Teacher, then what is a Horus heresy? A 90-year-old woman iced from Cupid 19 after refusing a ventilator and telling doctors to save it for younger patients. Her words, I already had a good life. The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. Adeptus Custodes. The Emperor. Me when I've been a guard fan the entire time I've been into 40k, but then my brother introduces me to Tor, and they're low-key hella cool, and I start to wonder if I'm a heretic. When Andy comes back from the shop with new toys. Galaxy split in 2, rampaging chaos gods, growing orc treats, nids devouring planets, incompetent rulers, etc. First time. Huh. When you and your friends return to the beach the next day and find your sandcastle still standing. If a heat girl can get 5,000 likes, how many can our boys in beige get? Games Workshop should never make female Space Marine mods. Don't you dare finish that sentence. Don't do it. I'm sick of it. You now have access to perfect genetic engineering, infinite funds, and no ethics. What is the first thing you make? 20 primarchs to serve as generals in my legions of starts. Charlie Bell. Female Space Marines. Warhammer 40,000. Nope. That look you give your friend when the commissar lets you pick partner for the autocannon squad. When my son asks why I follow so many Warhammer 40K subs when I don't play the tabletop game or even collect and paint minis, I just think they are neat. Aren't you a bit tall for a stormtrooper? Me, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in a god. Listens to Powerwolf once. Me. Literally every single other race in 40k. Orcs. When your girlfriend turns down your offer to show her the Imperial Knight you finished painting, you afraid to get wet? What people asking for female Space Marines think they'd look like? What they'd actually look like? You. The guy she tells you not to worry about. Who would win? The edgiest edgelord ever. The most friendly brooder in the universe. Chaos cultists. We're all gonna die. No oh 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 oh. Imperial Guard. We're all gonna die. I know. Games Workshop. The greatest of them all. Warhammer 40k fans. I don't want that. Wi-Fi drops down by 1 bar. YouTube video quality. Magnus when he had to fight the Space Wolves. Russ when he had to fight the Thousand Suns. Shame. In the Necron ending of Battlefield Gothic, Armada 2, the Necrons casualty closed the Eye of Terror like it was no big deal. The rest of the galaxy. Apothecary, we managed to save our brother. Me, where is he? Dreadnought deploys. When you already got an elder girlfriend and rogue trader girlfriend, and now you hear about a female tour commander. My paint job, when I look at it in real life. My paint job, when I take a picture of it. Come on, tell us the story again. I was there the day Horus slew the Emperor. Everyone, Risk is such a dumb game. Who uses dice to determine the outcome of a battle? Warhammer. I love honey, but you know what I don't love? Players who change their faction loyalty just because the rules changed. Women with a time machine. I'm your granddaughter. Really? Men with a time machine. Here bro, have this. Thanks bro. Star Wars fans. Star Wars is the most brutal sci-fi to live in. Imagine being under the rule of the Empire. 40k fans. 14-year-old girl. Billie Eilish's songs are so sad. Me, not really. 14-year-old girl, I bet you haven't experienced true sadness in your life. Me. Rabute Guilliman waking up on Macragge after being in stasis. What fashion designers think men want to wear? What men actually want to wear? The Emperor, or Thousand Sickers? Who is angrier? The entirety of the Bulk Templar Space Marine chapter. One Doomy boy. At last, the Sword of Truth. Blink blink. Sword of Truth. Give me your wisdom. Most people haven't even heard of 40k. Clank. Sanguinius not becoming War Master. Sanguinius defending the Imperial Palace during the Siege of Terror. Nobody. Imperial Commissars. Sebastian Yerrick. Ibram Gaunt. Caiaphas Kane. A shooting star. I wish for Games Workshop to release more Xenos models. Lol duck you. The models I want. The models I can afford. Girls with the same outfit. Oh my god, I can't believe you right now Becky. Boys with the same outfit. Nothing like an ice cold pint after finding another chapter's relics. Space Force wants ideas in good taste on what it should call its members. Brother. Dark Angels fans explaining how they're actually loyal. Alpha Legion fans explaining how they're actually loyal. Space Marines. Guys, I can explain. Demons. You are getting 62 sets? I'm only getting 22. Elder. 22. I'm only getting 3 new sets. Tyrannids. You guys are getting new sets? Teacher. No hats, hoods, or headwear unless it's religion related. Me. Girlfriend. Did you buy more Warhammer guys? Me. It was an accident. I've had that. I got a deal on it. You look very pretty today. Primaris lieutenants. I can explain. Vanilla Marine players. We only get new badass rules, but no new models. Chaos Marine players. We only get new models, but with lame rules. Xenos players. Are you guys getting new stuff? Angron. I hate you. Emperor. What if I turned that frown upside down? Angron. Custodes. Primaris Marines thinking they're the cool kids on the bulk. Peggy. It's so great having Steve back. Steve. I can't believe I have to wait 38 years for Warhammer. People always call me Magnus the Red, but really it's more like Magnus the Well-Read. Starship Troopers, 1997. Power Rangers, The Lost Galaxy, 1999. Firefly, The Train Job, 2002. Imperial Guard, 40,000. Emperor, plans to just use the Primarchs and then kill them when the crusade is over. Half of his sons become traitors and plan to kill him. Emperor. Games Workshop, Nurgle, Tzeentch, Nurgle, Tzeentch, Slaanesh. Fear not, lady, I'll save you. Kick. Age of Sigmar is better than 40k. Yeah, she was already dead when I found her. Both Space Marines and Xenos players explaining that there should be more Xenos releases. Games Workshop, about to reveal more Space Marine models. Our Earth is a lost colony world. A ship suddenly appears in orbit to reclaim it. How ducked are we depending on which chapter it is? Evil chaos god named Khorne. Greatest mortal champion is named Khan. Who wrote this shut? Time changes all things. Mal. The Raptor's head cheek to the side, with a whine of servos. We were the first on the walls at the Siege of Terror. We were the Blades of the 11th, before we were the Bleeding Eyes. And we are no cravens. Captain of the 10th. Luke Orifice, Void Stalker. I was the first to stand upon the walls of the Imperial Palace. I was the last to be born away from terror, my body broken by the slaying of 1 million of the Emperor's lackeys through the breach at Lion's Gate. None shall ever surpass my count. Khan, the weakness of others. Weak aura. Titus most of the game. Strong aura. A dreadnought in the game for 15 minutes. You hear the Emperor personally sent the Custodes to defend your squad. He sent all of them. Adeptus Mechanicus fans waking up and seeing the new data slate buff their rules and make their units stronger with a higher points cost. The Custodes in orbit watching Guilliman and Sanguinius' golden flames consume the battlefield and the Primarch is resurrected. Khorne watching the new Doom trailer. Khorne when that weapon appears. Mechanicus. You can also play as Necrons now. Fun fact. The Torda develop a new faster than light engine after their previous faster than light was retconned. It's called the Slipstream module. The ships cover themselves in antimatter to punch a hole through reality, and also ended up creating the Star-Tide Nexus, which is a wormhole that allows safe fast travel between distant points of the galaxy. Warhammer fun fact. Tzeentch's realm and all its secrets are protected by his impenetrable infinite maze, known as the Crystal Labyrinth. No guest or intruder has ever been able to traverse through it successfully, save for 2 mysterious entities, described as having taken the shapes of a little girl and her small bulk dog, who solved it effortlessly. Tzeentch has no ducking clue how they did it, and the Labyrinth's gate guardian refused to say anything on the matter, save that they somehow cheated. It is heavily implied that the two were Delirium and Barnabas from the Sandman series. Fabius Bile, there are no god. Slaanesh who is just passing by. Elder Phoenix Lords reviving. An elder simply has to put on his or her armor. Saint Celestine traveling the entire ducking warp collecting parts of her own spirit so she can revive. People on Macragge who live in 21st century Earth conditions are guaranteed safety by the Ultramarines and don't pay the Imperial tithe. Girls, I loved playing Barbie when I was little. Average lore of my Lego figures. What I'm reading. This was your father's command, boy, and you all agreed to it. To disobey now is to break faith with the Emperor himself. The Primarch gave a wry, defiant grin. My brother's name was faster than human thought. Malkada's empty hand snapped up into an arcane gesture long forgotten by any other living soul on Terra. What I'm thinking. Demon Prince gets banished into the warp. Also Demon Prince, great. Here I can rest and recover. The warp. You were born for one purpose. Defend humanity. You raced back home, plowed through enemies and told. Sacrificed so much. You spent months racing, trying, running to get home. To save everyone. You missed them by 9 hours. Your brother is dead. Your uncle is dead. Your father is as good as dead. The dream is dead. Maybe you could have stopped it, but we'll never know. After all of that, you were just too late. Blood Angels fan. Dan Abnett. I'm Dawn Carey and we are going to play scenes from Mayhat. Inappropriate things to say to a battle brother about to be interred inside a dreadnought.